You know, the odds of you watching this video right now are so small they can be rounded down to 0. Statistically speaking, this moment should not be happening. And I don't just mean it's unlikely, I mean if we actually trace back the chain of events that led to this very moment, then the numbers become so small they collapse into absurdity. Let's start small. YouTube itself makes this very improbable. Out of billions of people, only a tiny fraction were online at this exact time. And then a smaller fraction still were placed into the test group for this specific upload. And an even smaller fraction clicked. Yet here you are. But that is the least unlikely part of the story. For you to be sitting here right now, every decision you've ever made had to unfold exactly as it did. Every friendship, every conversation, every moment of your life. If you had taken a slightly different path at any one of those moments, then you would not be here right now, because your life trajectory would have changed. Different interests, different habits, different algorithms, different present. Now multiply that by your entire lifespan. The probability is shrinking fast, but we're still nowhere near the real improbability. Before your choices was your birth. Out of hundreds of millions of sperm cells, just one won the race to the egg. That alone is an astronomical filter. Then consider your parents. What were the odds that they met, that they stayed together, that they had a child at just the right time? Now extend that backwards. Your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your great-great-grandparents. Even if one ancestor had made a different decision, had taken a different path in life, then you may not exist. That's billions of branching possibilities all collapsing into one line that leads to you. And we still haven't reached the deepest layer. Now zoom out. The Earth formed 4.5 billion years ago, and then life emerged fairly early on. But life requires a narrow range of conditions. The planet sits in a stable orbit, the atmosphere regulates temperature, a magnetic field shields harmful radiation, massive outer planets reduce catastrophic impacts. Geological cycles recycle carbon. If any of those large-scale conditions were radically different, then life may never have stabilised on Earth. And yet we are still not deep enough into this improbability. Now consider the fundamental forces of nature. Gravity holds matter together across vast distances. Electromagnetism binds atoms into molecules. The strong nuclear force allows complex elements to exist. The weak force powers the fusion inside stars. These forces operate within precise ranges that allow structure and chemistry and stars to form. Alter them significantly, and the world looks nothing like the one we inhabit. No stable atoms, no stars, no chemistry, no observers. So now combine everything. Cosmic constants, galactic formation, planetary stability, biological evolution, ancestral survival, personal decisions, digital algorithms, all converging here, to this moment, to you watching this video. If scientists calculated those compounding probabilities, then the number would be so incredibly small that you could say it's 0. It would look impossible. So what does that mean? Well, one interpretation is obvious. You could say this moment is miraculous. It is a statistical anomaly that is so extreme that it borders on absurdity. But there is another possibility. What if the probability was never 0? What if, given the exact conditions of the universe, this moment was inevitable? Every event unfolding according to its prior conditions. Every cause giving rise to its effect. All of it unfolding. From that perspective, the odds aren't 0%, the odds are 100%. This is always the only way it could have been. We usually imagine ourselves as separate from the universe, as if the universe produced us, as if we arrived inside it. But what if that framing is backwards? What if this very moment and the entire history of the cosmos arise together? If that's true, then you are not a lucky accident in the universe. You are the universe experiencing this configuration. Then the improbability dissolves, because there is no external observer calculating the improbability. There is just this. So which is it? A statistical improbability or an inevitable unfolding? If time itself is part of the same process, and the ideas of past and future are just constructs within awareness, then maybe the whole chain of events is not stretching backwards at all. Maybe it is all arising simultaneously. If you want to explore the idea that time might not work the way we think it does, then watch this video next.